Hello, VOD. Hello, everyone. Hello, Etchix with the Dink Water. Hello, Claborda. Hello, Lid. First time chatter. Pedro, first time chatter. Piotrek and Lema are here again. Cardinal with the first time chat. GX Eclipse is here. Mighty Stone is here. Goulet Pipon is here. Lema is here. Sums Jays with the first time chat. Let's go. Am I missing anyone? Avian Coded and Voidbound. Kleiman with the first time chat. Devtron with the first time chat. Oh my gosh, everyone is here today. Welcome, everyone. So, today is day 2 of trying Crops New Horizons. Right off the bat, I do want to say that I painstakingly updated to nightly 455 before I was on nightly 406, which is a very early version of Crops NH. So now I am on a much more recent version of Crops NH that only needs one version of each seed to progress in the quest book, and there is also a crafting recipe for glass lenses, which I didn't have before. So all of my issues are gone. Also, the plants will reflect their growth stages without needing to get updated. Although for some reason that's at progress 0, and I'm kind of scared. Well, that's not good. Uh-oh. Okay, we're back. We're back. Everything's gonna be okay. I am praying to God that this is stable, but who knows? But I want to fill you in on what I did on my own, because I realized that what I did on my own was actually a really important part of progression. And I'm going to use this time to kind of explain what is the most important thing you should do as soon as you start crops, because currently, as it is, the quest book doesn't really explain the fastest way to progress. And I think the quest book dev, we talked a bunch, and I was asking for advice on like how to progress. And I think the quest book dev is going to take some of my like shortcomings, the stuff that I didn't understand, and run with it, hopefully. So don't forget to refresh the quest book. I think it should be fine. Do I need to do BQ admin default load or something? What? Oh my god, I don't have permission. All right, one sec, I need to go and opt myself again. What is that command? Default load? Okay. I think that's all right. Like I think we're good. But yeah, this is the new quest book. All right, so I want to go over really quick what you should be doing as soon as you start. So this quest book tells you to get a bunch of like potato stock, carrot stock, do crossbreeding, but I'm going to tell you right now, that is all kind of a waste of time. And there's a reason why this is, because when you get your first seeds, they have growth 1, gain 1, and resistance 1. And these stats mean that they grow really slowly, and also they only have a 3% chance to drop a seed. There's a really easy way to make these seeds better. And what you'll want to do is simply play a little game. So what I did with these potatoes last night is oh yeah, we need a different soil for this one. Let me just pick an easier example. I guess we can just do like carrot, why not? You'll want to plant this on a single crop stick and use the plant lens to figure out its stats. So it's 1, 1, 1. And then as it's growing, if you place double crop sticks nearby and adjacent faces, it will attempt to spread to them. When it spreads to them, it has a chance to get a higher stat in all 3 of these I don't know, what do we call this? All 3 of these, you know what I'm talking about. It will try to get higher stats. It's kind of random, so you really need to gamble, but there's a way to make this less random, which is to give it a little bit of fertilizer, in this case, bone meal. I don't have renewable bone meal very much. Attributes, that's a great word for it. I don't have a lot of renewable bone meal, so I didn't do this. I just like gambled. But basically, as this grows, it'll spread, and if you want to fertilizer it now, that's great. And then you'll analyze the crops that spread to these adjacent crop sticks and try to find the one with the best stats. When it does spread, I normally just like take out all the rest of them and find the one with the best stats and then do the same thing again that I have here. So I did that with my potato. I played the game and now I have 31, 31, 31 potatoes, which is like, that's the GOAT. That's the top stats you can get. Once you're done with that, I am told that the best way to progress is not actually by breeding crops together, although I guess we could try that. What we're going to do is work with something called mutation pools. Crops, when you breed them to a single crop stick, have a chance to randomly mutate into crops in their mutation pool. And I'm not really sure on the mechanics of this, but I was told by the devs and some of the people who are more familiar with the mod in development that I should just be working on these mutation pools. And currently the quest that explains mutation pools is all the way up here. But I think that's also going to be moved, but let me read that. To breed more advanced crops, you will have to start taking advantage of breeding pools. Pools represent groups of species which share a genetic background and can therefore randomly mutate into each other when breeding on crop sticks. When breeding, deterministic mutations will always take priority over pools. So, like if you have something like carrot plus potato, if you put those next to each other, the sugar cane will always happen, and the mutation pool breed from the carrot or the potato will probably never happen, as far as I'm aware. And yeah, that's whether by pools or determinism, new crops will only be produced if the environment of the relevant double crop sticks matches the required environment of the new crop. For you, this will be a key concept to take advantage of when attempting to breed many of the different species of liliums found in crops NH. So I think that means like the stone lilies, all of these. There's clay lilies. Damn, I didn't know that. That seems really strong. Hello, formic acid. Also, I never got the Dink Water by Etchix, so I'm going to get that now. So, I don't know if the random chance is gone, but it's like, I don't know. I'm not really sure what to make of these because I still don't fully understand what I'm reading, right? But we're gonna run with it and try to get some crops from these mutation pools with all of our new 31, 31, 31 potato seeds. And I think that should give us high statted crops. So I'm gonna set up like a huge lattice here. I'm not exactly sure how this is gonna work, but I'm gonna give it some space from here. My inclination is just to plant the seed. Actually, let's do this here. Plant the seed like this, and then just make a lattice around it of potential breedable spaces. I'm not sure if this is the best way. And chat, if you have any better ideas, please just let me know. But this is what I'm rolling with for now. Any info on 2.9 is supposed to release? I have no clue. I just play the game. I think that seems to be like the meta way to do this. And then these grow really fast, but I think even when it's at 100%, it has a chance to just randomly move. What we need to keep an eye out for is weeds. So chat, if you see any weeds that are growing down here, please let me know. And we need to get rid of those immediately. Like right there, that is a weed that spread from our carrot that we were trying to stat up. I think I'll just like let it go. Just take these down because we don't really need that. I gotta say, this F5 camera is psyching me out. This is really weird. But I think it gives me a better vantage point to see everything, so I'm gonna try to get used to it. Is this a different mod pack than regular GTNH? No, this is regular GTNH. I'm just on an experimental version. Like a very new... This is called a daily version, which is means it's like in development. Looks like there's still some element of randomness if there's not a deterministic root is what I'm seeing. I think so, but I think it's mostly controlled. All right, that's a weed. So we just left click that, get rid of it, and then put down the double crop. All right, so this is our first unknown seed here. Oh my gosh, look, we also got a cool unknown seed. This is the power of the crop mutation pool. So let's use our plant lens to figure out what this is. This is a salty root with 31, 31, 31. So this is the advantage of doing this crop mutation pool stuff. It allows you to get high stat crops of different kinds. And damn, that looks good. Although it seems like it doesn't want to grow in its current conditions. We also got regular potato here. That's also potato, so I'm just gonna remove those and double crop stick that back up. This also looks new. Blueberry. It's 29, 30, 29 though. I don't know, maybe I should give this to the gods. Potato we can get rid of. Let's also sleep. Hello, Abyssora. There's also a quest that explains the stats on crops. It's the one with a map icon. Okay. I don't have bone meal because I am scared of the mobs. There's no way to easily kill skeletons without getting absolutely rolled. So I don't have bone meal on me. Is that what I should be doing so that way I can like have a lower chance of going down in stats? Like I guess if I bone mealed one of these two. All right, let's get rid of all the regular potato. Potato. All right, the salty root seems to be growing. That's a really good crop to have. Oh, here's a weed. Let's get rid of that. And then we also need to also remember to double crop stick this back up. This is actually a lot going on here. This is a very active process, which I really appreciate. And there's our blueberry. I'm not really sure what I should do with this. Should I just like trash him and then hope that I get a 31, 31? Like, I guess I'll just keep him for now. Get to see 11 blueberries. Holy moly. Damn. We got onion seeds, 30, 30, 31, 30, 31. Not bad. I don't think I'll need those. Yeah, I genuinely do not need this many of these. Oh, canola. 29, 31, 31. Blueberry these nuts. Thank you, Voidbound. Very cool. All right, let me get rid of some of this excess stuff. This is really a lot to keep track of. Let me put away some of the potatoes. I see. So there's a random chance for the stats to go down regardless, like no matter what you do. And that's just, it is what it is. And I think I can restat those really quickly, like if I wanted to, because they have growth 31. So it isn't really a big deal. I'll just go for my target crops. And if I ever need to restat these, like this one, for example, that has 29 growth, I'll just like harvest it. You know what I'm saying? So let me get the canola out of this. And canola is a fantastic source of seed oil, which is also something we can like burn in semi-fluid gen, but I don't know if we're going to be doing that, so. I don't care about potatoes. Nem, they're, yeah, holy moly, this is such an active process now. What did we get here? Onion? Do I care about onion? Maybe it will be used later in a different crop mutation pool, so maybe I should just keep it regardless, right? Because this is in like its own mutation pools that maybe the potato doesn't have access to. Cool. Okay. Yeah, just keep everything and let it go. And thank you for the follow, Drunkover. I need to say something real quick. Dude, ever since the video, we got up to I think it was like we were at like 2,400 followers. We're at 3,000 followers. It's been like 3 days since the video. So I want to thank you guys for all the follows, all the love, all the subscriptions, all the comments. It really means a lot to me. So I appreciate that. Just came from the video. Hello, Drunk Grover. Perfect timing. Hey, Mario. The one thing about this, the inner and outer crop sticks are just spreading potato. So you need to breed 2 of the crop onto a double crop stick to get into those pools. Oh, I see. So these ones are just, wait. This one, oh, hello. So these ones will always be potato. All right, I need to like pare this down anyway, so that way I can like focus. So this actually kind of helps me. So we'll just get a big square is what I'm seeing, because it needs 2 different potatoes. All right. Yeah, I totally see what you're saying too, because like nothing known was being put down on, or nothing like new was being put down on the outside edges. It was just potato. So to recap, this is the ideal setup for breeding new crops from gene mutation pools, in my opinion, I think. And whoa. Tier 1 sub for 6 months in advance? Can you let me know how to say your name, Seal? I really appreciate that. Damn. God damn. And Drunk Grover with the Prime sub. Thank you so much, my friend. I appreciate that. We got another salty root. This one is 3131. Perfect. So this is great. Cobra has struck gold here because this is gambling, and all Greg Tech New Horizons players love gambling. So I think he's done a fantastic job with this crop mutation pools. I think it needs to be explained. I think like an image in the questbook or something that describes the best way to breed these into crop mutation pools, like just like stat up, like I need someone to tell me, just get a 3131 potato, put those 2 of them together and put a double crop stick in the middle, and then you'll roll some mutation pools, and then I would be like, I would understand it. The onion is still growing. We've got a wheat, 31, 31, 29. I will destroy the potato. Wild carrots. Zeilchen. Okay, yeah. Zeilchen is German. I understand now. Well, welcome. Cute form of soul, I guess. That's awesome. I love that. Uh-oh, I got unknown seeds somehow. I think they're potato, though. So we got our canola, which is huge. Maybe I should start like a canola farm. I don't think I need seed oil before LV, though. This can go in a boiler. But yeah, I think we'll just hold on to the canola. Hey, Cobra. Everybody, wave hello to Cobra 5, the creator of Crops New Horizons. Cobra says, the truth of the matter is that I have garbage luck, so I solved the problem by making it so the random mutations can actually be gamed to be somewhat determined. Oh my god. One more time. The truth of the matter is that I have garbage luck, so I solved the problem by making it so the random mutations can actually be gamed to be somewhat deterministic. Well, thank you, Cobra. I love that. I love like somewhat random stuff that like I have some control over, right? It allows me to gamble a little, but it also keeps me interested and keeps me able to like go after specific things that I want. Barley is coming through. The salty root takes a long time to grow. Sugar beet. I don't think I need any of that. The thing that we're looking to get right now is stone lily seeds. And I want to see what crop mutation pool we would need to dig into to get stone lily. All of the ore berries and stone and clay stuff is in its own pool, which will be great when we come across that. But I think we actually just need to get there by regular breeding is what I'm seeing. The regular breeding way to do this is to get vine and pumpkin. Is vine in a crop mutation pool that we have access to? Cactus, cucumber, moss, ivy, hemp, tea, tomato. Okay. It gets, this plot thickens. What about pumpkin? If we get a good pumpkin, we could get ore berries off the rip right there. Hemp. Is hemp part of a shared thing that we have? Got our first sugar beet, which is not in my inventory for some scary reason. Ah, there we go. What does sugar beet do? I'm gonna skip the song because I like it, but the human voice is a little spooky. You can access the metal pool through sugarcane. Okay, cool, cool. Oh, Cobra with the tier 1 sub. Thank you. That's awesome. I was doing 2x2 with 2 crops on the corners when doing my crossbreed, but any expansion of the pattern is pretty good. And Kellum says, you might be able to stockpile canola more so you have more when you need it, or canola now so you have more when you need it. Yeah, definitely. Why is my YouTube not loading? I'm scared, chat. Fertilia is the most important. So, chat, what do you think I should do now? Now that we have access to, I think, most of the seeds that are within this mutation pool, as far as I'm aware. If we want to get to, like, all of our ore berries. So, okay, let me do some more talking here about the meta of what's going on. The goal here, let me sleep first and then we'll talk. The goal here is that we need to get our Steam Age stuff all in order. And the most important part of Steam Age is being able to source a ton of copper and tin. We don't have copper and tin renewably yet, but we can get copper and tin ore berries. So our goal right now is to speedrun through the quest book to get to the ore berries part of the quest book and get iron, copper, and tin ore berries as soon as possible. And ore berries, what they do is they will harvest into these little berries, and then we can put them in a smeltery, or I'm not sure, maybe we macerate it into dust. And that is how we're going to get our tin and copper to turn into bronze for our Steam Age. So I want to get a really good source of this before I even start with the Steam Age stuff. Let me ban this guy. So you're telling me that I should get a good sugarcane? Salty root is in the gray pool. Cross salty roots together over cobblestone, and that will force the stone lily breed. Oh, that's perfect. Yeah, that's exactly what I want. All right, let's do that. Very smart. So let me see that in the quest book. So we've got saltpeter, creeper weed, pool gray, and then we're looking for stone lily, which we need cobblestone under it. Okay, I see exactly what's going on here. So let's get rid of all of this. I guess I should... Whoa, what is milkwort? Do I want to know? Milkwort. What? I mean, okay. All right. All right. That certainly exists for a reason. I don't know what to do, like left click or right click most of the time. I need to get better at like knowing when to left and right click. Hello, Spilled. How's it going? What are we cooking right now? We're doing some crossbreeding of new stuff. We're enjoying Cobra's new mod. Salty root is like famous for being really good. Whoa. Salty root is famous for being really good because it gives you a renewable source of salt, and salt gives you chlorine in GregTech New Horizons. Salt is like the best way to get chlorine here. Chlorine is used in everything because you need hydrochloric acid, you need vinyl chloride, you need like so much chlorine stuff in your day-to-day gameplay. So having like a good salty root will be a very important thing as we go forward in the tiers. Let me slap some of this stuff down. All right, we want to grab our salty root seeds, and I just want a ton of these seeds right now. These are currently all 3131. So we just need to, well, actually, what's the best way to do this? Gotta think about this. I kind of want more seeds first. So I think what we should do is just let those grow. Do they want water? If I water these, does that help them or does that hurt them? Because they are salty root, right? Right click for harvesting, left click to remove crops. Okay. Hey, Hollow. Oh my gosh. Prime sub for 12 months. And Hollow, you already know what I'm listening to. I'm listening to Desert Sand Feels Warm at Night. So you just know game. You know ball. Don't water the salty root. Oh, they don't suffer from that anymore. Okay, yeah, let's water them. I don't really know what watering does to it anyway, but hoping it speeds up the growth. But their favorite biomes are actually are basically a dry desert. Yeah, that makes sense. Extra nutrients, and those usually do something. I was wondering if it was something else. Let's see. I do notice that these potatoes grow way faster than salty root. So maybe we can do two things at a time. We can work on the mutation pools of our potatoes and just keep solidifying that and maybe get some more salty root out of that. And then also at the same time, we'll be working on the salty root over there and getting more seeds so that way we can do the thing. This is really interesting though. I love how you've turned Cobra. I love how you've turned this into like a very active process. It's not like sitting around for hours waiting for that one drop that you need. It's like it's quick, it's responsive. It feels interesting, you know? It feels like I'm playing a game, which I think is really important. Let me grab some food here. Read the nutrients quest. Let me take a look. Crop nutrients. Whoa. The speed at which a crop grows is based on its nutrient score. There are a number of different ways to obtain nutrient points for your crops, but to keep your crops from getting sick, try to make sure that they are always at least receiving a couple of the below bonuses. 10 points can be gained from having water in your crop sticks. Oh, like watering them. Okay. 10 points can be gained from having fertilizer in your crop sticks, like I'm assuming bone meal and other fertilizer stuff. 2 points can be gained by allowing the crop to have sky access. Crops in the industrial farm will always have this bonus. Okay. 28 points can be gained from the preferred biome tags. If no preferred tags are found, high humidity will give up to 14 points. And I'm not sure if water gives humidity, but maybe, I don't know. All crops have a base nutrient score of 5. You can check the nutrient score of a crop by using a portable scanner on any of the crop sticks or industrial farm controller, even if it's empty. Crop tier determines the nutrient score requirements for growth. I see. Okay, so tier 4 is the last tier where crops can be planted anywhere. Tier 5 means that crops can be planted anywhere, but they need to see the sky. Tier 11 means that the crop can be anywhere as long as the crops are in an 80% plus biome. So I'm not sure what that means. And tier 12 means that the crops need to be in an 80% biome and can see the sky, otherwise they'll get sick. Okay. Water does not affect biohumidity. Okay, understood. I'm gonna switch up the music just a little bit to a different Desert Sand Feels Warm at Night. And there we go. And let's see what we got. Potato, 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 potato. Mallowberry. I don't know what mallowberry does, but I'm interested. Potato, potato. Lots of potato. Oh my god, you scared me. I thought that was like some weird gray creeper. Damn, that grew fast. Holy moly. What do we got here? Mallowberries. I think I could make like fruit smoothies or berry medleys out of this if I really wanted a good food source long term. Gooseberry smoothie is snowball. If we get snow, we could do that. I don't know if we have snow though. Hmm. Sometimes it like full kills the crop stick. Sometimes it just gets the seed. Oh, what was that? Sugar beet. Potato. More salty root. Not bad, not bad. Growing crops, starving. Sugar beet is nice for oxygen. Let me look at that. I've never... I don't know the processing. Wow. Okay, Cobra, I'm not gonna lie. This looks pretty damn powerful. 8 sugar from 1 sugar beet in an LV extractor in 3.4 seconds. That is a lot of sugar. And you can like really set that up. And the reason sugar is important is because sugar can be electrolyzed into a ton of oxygen in MV. You do need an MV electrolyzer. That's going to be really strong. I'm going to probably be using that. But I think it's better than the Timewood spam that we have now, probably. I think the best way to do this is just to harvest the seed right now and just keep going. I'm going to flip this around. So that. We do already have wheat, but this is 31, so I'll just keep it for now. Wild carrot we have. I don't really care for it. Potato. This is the mallowberry again. Onion. What is that? 31, 29. Potato. Sugar beet has always been great. Yeah, I didn't know. I had no clue. This whole time I thought they were just mid. Well, I mean, IC2 crops was pretty mid. Not gonna lie. So much random luck. That nutrient quest could do with another pass because it needs some corrections. The nutrient and fertilizer bonuses scale from 1 to 10 based on the storage value, with 100% capping the bonus at 100. So anything above doesn't actually do anything beyond maintain the max bonus. I'm not sure if I understand enough to parse what that means. All right, that looks like it's finished. And when we have these 31 seeds, the best way to do this is to harvest and then replant. I don't think these give excess seeds, unlike the potato. I think actually our best way to do this might be to have them spread like this, if I'm not mistaken. Right click? I thought I did right click with the spade, I'm gonna be honest with you. Maybe we just got unlucky with the seed. I guess we'll just have to wait to do it again. That's okay. Another sugar beet that I don't care for. Yeah, I think we've gotten most of the gene mutation pool out of this setup here. I don't think there's much more to do. We should probably start working with some other stuff other than the salty root. You wouldn't have had to replant them there. Oh, I see. Okay, so I definitely did click the wrong click. Raspberry. That's new. Cucumber. This looks also new. Garlic. Haven't seen that yet. Fertilia. Okay, let me take a look into Fertilia and see if I can like discern a way that we could get into this. Garlic. So I did just see a garlic drop. Garlic shows that it has a healing pool with tear stalks and Fertilia. It also shares pools with all of these things, which seem to be... Oh, Ender Bloom. Needs 1 block of endstone under it to grow. Okay. So this should be a pretty chill... Yeah, let's get our garlic and start doing that. Yeah, Fertilia does seem like the way to go, because I think the fertilizer increases our chance in getting high-statted crops when they breed, right? As far as I'm aware. So we'll just want a ton of that running all the time. So let me take out these bad boys. I don't know why sometimes the crop stick gets deleted, but sometimes it doesn't. It's very odd. Goldfish seeds. I've heard of these. These are infamous. These make like a screaming noise for some reason. I don't know if they still do that in Crops and Age, but you extract them for fish oil and quicksilver. The fish oil you can probably use for crazy biodiesel. Oh yeah. Yeah, that still screams. Damn, that's crazy. All right, let's get our garlic. I'm gonna right click it first to hopefully get an extra seed. And then left click, and then let's start crossbreeding these. You slumber, a cucumber. I want to let that goldfish grow all the way. And I think what we want to do... I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter if I place it on the inside or the outsides. Let's do this and this. And then this will be a double crop stick. Let's delete some of the random potato seeds that I don't need. Okay, I think we're good. I think we're good. Goldfish is almost grown. 9, is this version of GTNH out for the public? Yes, it is. You can. It is. You're going to have to work with it, and there are a couple of bugs, but there is... If someone can link the page with the dailies, that would be fantastic. Oh my god. Hold up. Someone cooked with this texture. June, was that you? Look at this. That's awesome. They're like moving. That's so good. Not only is that like beautiful, oh my god, that's perfect. Congratulations to the texture dev that made this. That is a work of art. Had to bug Mitch to bring back the animation. All right, well, that's our first goldfish seeds. Somehow I got potato seeds out of that. I'm not really sure why. Yeah, I mean, I guess I'll propagate that when we need to. Let me get another chest full of like special seeds that I really need to care of. Resistance is more important than growth. Yeah, probably. I'm hoping to get 31s of everything. If I need to, I'll just like stat them up the normal way. That's grown. Okay. So that's all good. I'm gonna right click you to keep you going. And we're gonna keep planting. So that. And I guess we'll just let the no. That's bad stats. We kill. Let me get a chest of the most important seeds. And I'm gonna put it actually over to the left here so that way I have more space to work with. The fish gets an animation, but berries don't get a bush. I think they have a bush. I saw berries with a bush. All right, goldfish 31, 31, 29. Beautiful. Let's see if there's anything in here that I need to pay attention to. Potato, sugar beet. I guess I should hold that in high regard. Stone lily is still 114. I don't really care. Canola. Unidentified. I guess these are all just normal seeds that I don't really... Oh, salty root, definitely. Milkwort, funny. Nice, and these are spreading to the adjacent crop sticks like I wanted. Sometimes we lose some stats here, so I'm just gonna cull the ones that have lower than 31, 31, and we're just gonna let them die, like, it's okay. And then we can harvest this by right-clicking it and get an extra seed. And I guess what I'll do then is do that and that. And we just need a ton of salty root seeds. And then we're going to set up a similar thing to this to pull from the crop mutation pool of the salty root. The essence berries are technically animated. Did you get Steel Franks? No, I did not. Salty root are looking mad edible. I'm like kind of curious. Oh, it'd be funny if you could eat them and get hurt from it or something. One, two, three, four. And then let's put our double crop sticks in between so that way they can spread. And I see a weed off the rip. Kill that guy. Let's see what we have here. Chili seeds. 31, 31, 31. Nice. I'm going to get rid of these extra garlic because we don't really need them at this point. I guess I could just pick up the seed, but I kind of want to harvest it. Right click to remove weed without breaking crop stick. Hey, Lazy. We got another celebrity here. Lazy is the first Garden of Grind Gator, part of the team that did the first Garden of Grind Stargate. And Lazy knows a lot about crops, so he was helping me a lot yesterday figure out what I gotta do to progress. And I think they were both him, Cobra, and the questbook dev that I'm forgetting their name, were extremely helpful. Ooh, what is this? Fertilia! We got it, chat. Fertilia is what we're looking for, although that is 30, 31, 30, so we might need to stat this one up a little bit. Potato. LMAO. Ooh, what is this? Tier stocks. 31, 31, 31. It has 0% growth right now. And I think this means that it's like a high tier plant. I'm going to try watering it and see if that helps it, but I doubt that it will. Hello, Onyx. Cheers. I've been here for like half an hour now, by the way. You just ignored me. I'm so sorry. Chat has been really popping off today, and I have not been able to catch up and stream at the same time. You know, it's so hard to do both sometimes. Hey, it seems to be growing, 2%. And I think that gives me gas tiers, which is good because I can't go to the nether in this run. All right, weeds remove with a right click. Perfect. Good tip. Get those silly potatoes out of here. You can press numpad 4 to see the uses of a crop while it's placed on a crop stick. Well, I have numpad 4 bound to like everything imaginable, so... Is there a name for that keybind? Alright, I do want to switch up the music just a little bit. Maybe some of my favorite Radiohead. There we go. It's in the NEI keybind for looking up the recipes of the block you're looking at? That exists? What? I bet it would be in world, maybe. No, not that. Inventory? Corporea request, traveler's belt, view pattern. I gotta see about this because that seems pretty cool. I'm not seeing. It's in keybinds, not NEI keybinds. Okay. Options, controls, and you said recipe. Wyla show recipe numlock. What is numlock? What the? I don't even know if I have that on my keyboard. Do I have like an open key though? Maybe like H? Okay, that lagged my game out just a little bit. But damn, that's cool. I didn't know that. So I can now press H and see the uses for this. That's cool. Yeah, gas tiers. Beautiful. This is now probably the one of another good ways to get... Actually, no. This is the best way to get lithium and potassium early game. That's crazy. I had no clue. You learn something new every day with streaming Greg Tech New Horizons, and I think that's the fun part for me. Because everyone like teaches you their tech, and you just get so much out of everyone. Like, it's beautiful. Well, let's keep an eye on the salty root. I got too distracted with all this. Still growing. Still growing. Salty root is very slow. But we'll soon have enough for another one of these gene mutation breeders soon. Did someone say clay lily? Tier stock is a holdover from old crops. Crops.nh doesn't have that many new crops to speak of for the moment. Yeah, but like I was never gonna touch crops unless Crops.nh happened. So it's opened up a whole new world anyway. Oh, whoops. I think this is another tier stock. Yeah. This is 3131. Beautiful. I mean, they're both. And our chili has grown. So I'm going to get 2 seeds out of that. I really just want this fertilia to grow, but it's holding out on me low key. How's the max stats feel? Oh my god, Cyclone, it's so quick. So responsive. It like keeps me active on my toes. It's nice. There's a lot to do when the stats are quick, you know? It keeps your brain active instead of just sitting there staring at a screen, letting your brains come out of your ear, you know? All right, let's see. We lost some stats on this one, so I kind of want to purge it. That one's good. That's another 31. Nice. If I had fertilizer, I don't think we would ever lose stats. Correct me if I'm wrong. Kellum, I'm on 455 right now. I have no clue if it's actually stable. I did just get a crash randomly. Oh, donkey. I'm sorry. How did that even happen? Oh, I'm sorry, buddy. Could always make a grave-based skeleton farm for bone meal. I think we have something better, Cyclone. We got our fertilia seeds, which I can just press H on now. These give fertilizer, like straight up fertilizer, and appetite and phosphorus. Oh my god. Dude, Cobra, I don't know. Seems pretty powerful. This challenge run is slowly turning into a challenge for GTNH to keep up with me, because this is I was not aware that we would just be able to get phosphorus out the rip passively renewably. Has always been OP, but its main flaw has always been its slow growth speed. Yeah. Understood. More tier stocks. I'm just gonna cull this one because it's not perfect stats. Beautiful. All right, that's as much salty root as we need. Yeah, that is good. So what we're gonna do now is do the same thing that we're doing over there with the garlic, with the salty root. So I'm gonna pick up all these seeds here. We're gonna take down the crop sticks. And then I have these planted on all the corners. So we'll take these, do the same. And then the adjacent crop sticks, we're gonna double up because we're breeding. So I was told by Cobra, whenever you're breeding a new crop, it's a double crop stick. If you're just harvesting a crop or letting it grow, it's just a single. And that's the rule. That is the rule. I'm gonna keep this salty root in here because this is our 3131. Looks like 2.9 is gonna be crops meta. Yeah, dude, the speedrunner's already talking about it. I'm so excited because in the future I'm gonna get oil berries. Where are oil berries? Here they are, oil berries, which need... I think we need LV or MV for this. I'm not sure if there's a way to get it through breeding. I think we need to do like crop breeder breeding, which I think is a whole nother level of stuff. Um, but these drop oil berries, which are, we can turn them into oil in a bunch of different ways. I don't remember what the speedrunners were doing with it. I think they were doing regular oil or I don't know. They were trying to get refinery gas. I don't remember exactly the best way to get refinery gas out of oil. Streamer can't read. Come on, lazy, you know this. You've streamed before. Streamers can't read. This is just a thing. Hello, how's it going? Moin. You missed maybe one? Just the one where I started crops, but now we're in full swing. Yeah, I mean GTNH players just can't read, period. Oh, and let's go. Our first free fertilizer. We're gonna need to stat this bad boy up, I think. Ooh, what is this? Ember moss. Ember moss, what do you drop? Witchery ember moss. I guess witchery is gonna be nice and easy. That's nice. Can't complain about that. Get rid of all the garlic. I guess we replant the fertilia seeds just for the love of the game here. Just keep those going. I'm surprised none of these, I'm guessing maybe the slow growth speed of the salty root is what's causing these to not spread quickly, or maybe I'm just unlucky as hell. The weeds appearing are from when the resistance is higher than the growth, or is less than the growth. Okay, okay. Refinery gas might be best from light oil. So I guess oil berry in a chem reactor? Oh wait, no. This is just a conversion recipe. Is there just a straight up... Oh, I see what you did here. So you extract the oil berry into oil. And then if you want to target a specific oil, you need to put it through a chem reactor with another oil berry to get that specific oil. I see. So maybe we just go straight oil into a straight distillery into sulfuric gas. And then we turn that into refinery gas. I think that seems like the best way. And Kato, hello Kato, how are you doing, my friend? It's been a minute. Subscribed with Prime for 4 months. God damn. I appreciate you, my friend. Thank you. So our ember moss is sick and it can't grow. And I'm not exactly sure how to unsick the crop. Is there a quest that I don't have access to? Okay, here it is. Keeping sprouts healthy. Nope, that's not it. Plant diseases. Plant cure is used to cure sickly crops. Crops will get sick in 2 scenarios. A weed has grown. Why did I just take damage? Okay, back to the quest book. 1. A weed has grown and overtaken the crop. And 2. A crop does not reach minimum environmental requirements. You must spray the cure manually. It will apply a minimal amount of fertilizer so the crops don't immediately become sickly again. So we need stuff that we don't have right now to cure this ember moss seed. So what I think I'll do is I'll just harvest this. And then I'll put it aside for later. Dye potato. Oh, it's sugar beet. Yeah, I still don't care. It will also spread sickness. I did not know that, so we gotta keep a close eye on that, I suppose. I do think I'm almost done with this mutation pool. Like, I don't think I see anything else. All right, now I'm getting confused, chat. Should this not be spreading? You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like normally we would have definitely seen a mutation pool from here. Does it need to grow fully first? Thank you for the follow, Speed Limit. Pre-fluid extraction multi, the direct distillation tower recipe is probably simpler, but will always be slower once you get the fluid extraction multi. I'm not sure if I understand fully because we can't get that in HV, but I'm seeing how early we can get renewable oil is my main issue. Nice mega torch you got there. It's a rendering bug, I think. All right, I guess we just wait for that to grow. Is there anything else that I want to do today while I wait for these to grow? I'll hold off on that quest. Not really. We don't really need much, honestly. We're kind of chilling. So I want to wait until we get our copper and tin ore berries before we get into any of this. Hello, weed. Get out of here. Speed Limit says, "Hi, 9. I was wondering how or what client you were using to install 2.9. I'm trying to do it through the Prism launcher. I keep getting an error when I add the new instance." There is a wiki guide on how to install through Prism. I would download the daily version of 455, and then you take that zip file and you drop it straight into Prism, and it should fix everything for you. I think, yeah. What Lazy is saying is that when you download off GitHub, for some reason the file is double zipped. It's zipped twice. So you need to unzip it once, take it out of the folder, and then drop it into Prism. And then you'll be good. Damn, these tear stalks take a long time to grow. Why does this say 0%? I'm scared, chat. Maybe he needs water. What tier is he? Tier 8. Okay, yeah. So it does need water or something in order to grow. I guess it wouldn't hurt watering these bad boys either. Oh, nice. We got another fertilia. Can crops breed while they are fully harvestable, or do they need to be growing? I think they only breed when they are fully grown. I'm not entirely sure, though, to be completely honest with you. Do you have a feeling when the roadmap of 2.9 gets released? It's June, July? Okay. Above 80%. Like Cobra said 3 times. I don't read, as you know, and neither does any of my chat, because we all have one brain cell that we share, and, there's not enough to go around for everyone. We still haven't gotten Stone Lily, which I think is really funny. Alright, I'm going to cull this because we don't really need it. We're starting to get stuff, though. Onion, don't need that. Uh, 31, 31, 29. Nah. Meh. We don't need any more salty root, sadly. I can just grow that on my own time if I need to. So any of that, I'm probably just going to harvest the seed if it's 31, 31, and if it's not, we delete. Nice, 31. Oh, wait a minute. I'm forgetting a very key aspect of this, chat. In order to get the thing that I'm looking for out of this crop mutation pool, which is all of these clay and cobble, or sorry, what is this? The stone lily seeds. I need a block of stone under it to grow. I totally forgot about that. Which means we need to make a whole new setup here. So let's, oh, we're gonna have to wait for this to grow again. Yeah, not just the block under it, the block adjacent to it as well, which I totally forgot. So, what's the best way to do this? Perhaps, let's grab some cobblestone. Yeah, soil and subsoil. Like, I'll take a look at the salty, or whatever this is. Stone lily. The soil here is stone, and the soil below, or the subsoil, is also stone. I think cobblestone is accepted, so we'll do that. Do I need to move the water up one block? Oh, that might be actually a bad idea. Let me keep that there so that way the other soil stays soiled. Let's also sleep here. 98 viewers, you famous 9? No, you guys are just my friends. You're here, we're here. That's the community. You guys are showing up. This is that community that I've been talking about. Hello, Myas. How's it going? All right, let me... Yeah, there we go. All right, we're going to hoe this. And then from here, we want subsoil to be cobblestone and the soil to be cobble as well. So what we'll do here is plant our salty root seeds adjacent and then a double crop stick on cobblestone. And that looks really weird, I'm not going to lie. Putting a crop stick on cobblestone. But I guess you can put that anywhere, so... Let's do the rest. Unfortunately, I totally forgot about this, so we're going to have to wait for the salty root to get back up to 80% maturity. But that's a price I'm willing to pay, I suppose. And I do believe, because like the only thing that can spawn on cobble is whatever it's called, I think that it's just going to take a while, but the only thing we're going to get is stone lily out of this. So if you're following along with your crops NH progression, you should do the same thing to get stone lily out of this quest. And I think that's the best way to do this so far. So I think we went from potato to onion to get the salty root. And then, wait, where did we get salty root again from? Why did we do... Oh, this is for fertilia. Okay, we went from potato to salty root, and now we're going from salty root to stone lily entirely through these gene mutation pools. Let's move the music along. Personally, my favorite route for stone lily is poppy to nether stone lily to stone lily. Oh, you're right. You know what? I do need nether stone lily. How are we going to get our first netherrack, though? That's not going to cut it. I think we need to wait till LV for this. So in this Superflat survival run, I am trying to dimension lock myself. Currently, wait, hold. I think you're right. I remember this, or scrap box. Let's see, this quest here, to get the crucible, that gives me 1 netherrack. That's all I need. Holy moly, wait. That's in novice thaumaturgy. We need to go through a couple of these things. Warp, meh. Don't care. Scribing tool. Is there a way to get here? Can I force complete the scribing tool quest? See the unseen. You have 3 required dimensions for a GTNH run: Deep, Dark, Nether, and either Banarda Sea or a magic dimension to use for the Tree Twister. Oh, are you talking about Xenozine? Yeah, we'll get there when we get there. Lazy, do you know of a way to get to this cauldron quest so we can get our netherrack? I remember there's a lot of skips in this, and I'm not exactly sure what the best skip is because the quest book doesn't tell you any of these skips. It's just like if God allows it. Meet a peck, get a profane wand. I do have a profane wand already, but I guess we just need to meet a peck, which is going to be annoying. But that's GOG. That's super flat survival. That's a challenge run for you. I'll do that some other day. You just need enough shards for the quest and then make the thermometer. Ah, that makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. Do I have a Thaumcraft chest right now? Yeah, that looks like it. Let's put that there. And let's get some food as well. Meeting a peck can be terrible RNG even normally? Yeah. Is breaking through the bedrock allowed? I'm gonna give that a yes. I like that. I like the idea of it. All right, we're gonna right click this fertilia seed, which is gonna give us apatite and calcite? Say less. And then we're gonna use this fertilia seed and grab it here. Although we do need to do a little bit of statting here, because the growth and resistance are only 30-30. And I would like a little bit more, honestly. Let's take down all of these bad boys. Let's also get rid of the weeds here. That's scary. We're going to play the game with these fertilia seeds again and try to get our max statted crops. I'm just going to pick up these seeds right now because I don't really care about their growth stage. What we're going to do is surround this on adjacent sides with double crop sticks. I think I'll just have to pick up this for tier stock. And this is the thing that I did with the potatoes earlier. But this allows it to spread to adjacent crops. Ooh, that is a 31-31. Yeah, whatever. I don't really need gas tiers right now. And there's a chance to go up or down in stats. And what we're looking for is for this to go to 31-31-31. This is a 31-31-30, so I'll just do the same here. And then once we get a max statted one, it's pretty easy to continue the lineage. Okay, tier stocks. These are decent fertilia, which I'll keep. Got our good salt root. Let's get rid of the garlic. And then drop off our morsels in there. All right, so that's a new, you can see that this spread immediately to the 2 nearby 3. Oh my gosh. And right off the rip, we got 2 31s. So I'm going to get rid of this. I'm going to scan this bad boy, get rid of you. And then I'm also going to remove this fertilia because we don't care about him anymore. I should have right-clicked. Silly. You can guarantee it goes up by fertilizing the original crop, which makes a lot of sense with fertilia, so let's do that. We need to keep culling the weeds and holding on to these bad boys as well. Crops with 31 resistance are immune to weeds, so if you have that, you're mostly safe. Good to remember. I always forget about that. There's so much stuff to learn because I've never done IC2 crops, right? So just learning all these small things is very helpful. All right, I think we just wait this out. I don't think I need any more 31 potato seeds, so I'm gonna take this all down. Could use it for vodka or something. Baked potato, does baked potato do anything I want? Not really. Methane. Hey, Dan. Cheers. Potato to potato juice. No way. To vodka. Bioethanol? Lemonade? Is the bioethanol the way it's 100 to... How are you getting ethylene from this? Oh, yeah, because you can dehydrate it. This is MV gated, mostly, or MV sane. Let's get a more relaxed song here. And let's go sleep. Ward off the baddies. Nitrobenzene done, let's go. You can check the quest that has the map icon in the crop tab. It has info on the stats of the crop. Lovely. So, Abyss, are you the quest dev that I've been talking to about that made this quest book page? Because I do have one thing, and that is that all of these grayed out. Okay, if the quest dev is here, uh, all of these grayed out quests here that show me the information that I need to understand crops, I don't think they should be grayed out right now. They are locked currently behind this quest, which is pretty quick, right? But I do think I need that information early, even if it could possibly overwhelm me. And the reason I say this, again, because this is, some people are in this view mode, which allows you to only see the stuff that is next. There's two different view modes in the quest book. One shows everything and one shows just the steps that are in front of you. And if I were in this mode, which a couple people are, I wouldn't be able to see any of this stuff about crop stats, and I would probably be very confused. You know what's weird is that these are at 31 resistance, and yet weeds are still growing. Is it just... I'm not sure if I understand, you know? Is it just... Wait, then... What does that mean? Is that a bug, or is that intended? I'll probably throw the Ricks there under the first 32. Weed spawn randomly on open crops. Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. That's a classic. Forgot about that one. And then you are a 31. Perfect. I'll let you keep growing. Another 31. You, no, bad. 31, 31, 29. Get out of here. All right, once we get our stone lily seeds today, I think I might call it. Actually, let's see if we can speedrun to the copper ore berries, because I think that would be nice. We do need to get a block of copper and a block of tin. Latin Rose, I totally agree with you that it is easier to just dupe the crop. Um, but this is like, it's slow, and so I don't want to bore you guys on stream, so I want to keep at least something to do, you know what I mean? If I had another fertilizer, I would use it on that. I guess I can just... Oh, damn it. We were unlucky. Demon Souls soundtrack is going funky. What do we got? Anything? Come on, guys. Lock in. Is there something else I'm missing for Stone Lily? Crop mutation pools. It is in the crop mutation pool of our salty root, so that's good. Needs a block of stone under it to grow. We've got that. Cobblestone, a lot of accepted blocks. I think we're just getting unlucky here. Maybe it's because the chance doesn't increase if the pool is smaller. It's just, it rolls a 0, and so it's a low percent chance no matter what. It's got one cobble under this. Yeah, that makes sense, Cobra. I thought, like, part of me thought that possibly because this was the only possible crop we would roll, that the likelihood of it happening would increase, but it just keeps the same chance, which makes sense. It's not like super surprising or anything like that. Forgot about right click. Need some ass seeds right here. Let's see, what do we got here? 31, 31, 31. Good. Let's get rid of you. Get rid of you. And I guess we'll just let these grow and then repopulate them normally. Oh, I think we got it, chat. After all of our whinging, Stone Lily. Our first 31, 31, 31 Stone Lily. Let's go. We just gotta let her grow up now. Oh. That's nice. All right, let's actually, while we're here, I want to see what else is in the crop mutation pool for salty root and see if there's anything that we want. Because I know, like, lots of these look good, but only some of them we're going to be able to obtain. If we do cobblestone with a block of iron below, I think we have a chance to get iron ore berries, which I would really like. So what I think we're going to do here is we're going to start rolling for some of the really rare crops by getting some blocks of these things. So that's one. We need a block of iron, which I'm not even sure I can make right now. Let me check, actually. Block of iron. Can I cast this? No. MV alloy smelter. Compressor. If I made a steam compressor, I could do this. That's pretty cheap, chat. Maybe we should just do that. Also need darkness for that one. Let's triple check. Light level of 10 or lower. Oh, that is actually kind of, it's kind of challenging. I'm not sure how I'll do that. A basin in the smeltery? I'm not sure if the basin can do it. I feel like I would see that in NEI. We can give it a try. But I'm under the impression that that won't work. I'm also running dangerously low on lava. Or at least, I don't want to use any lava that we don't have. Is there a crop that gives lava? Lava. Loot extractor. Phosphor, magma block? No. That would be cool. Basin doesn't work. Yeah, I thought so. I thought it would be an NEI. It would be an NEI if it did work. Oh, let's go. Another stone lily seed, 31s. That's huge. Vacuous infused seeds. Oh, I don't know if we can do infused seeds yet. We don't even have ender pearl. We don't have any of that stuff. Anything at 100 yet? No. No. And there we go. I think I just right click this and then I'll left click it to pick up the second seed. And that should be stone from the soil, which is our, like one of our last big quests to get into the main thick of everything. Let's get this as well. We just need to grab a bunch of crop sticks because we'll need them apparently. I think the other thing I want to do today is stat up some bonsais, because these bad boys are really good for wood. We just need to get a well-statted bonsai, and I don't have that yet. So I'm gonna see if there's like a mutation pool that we can do. If not, then I'll just do it the old-fashioned way. Let's pick up our extra crop sticks. Oh, we need to craft some more. Yes, yes, yeah. I'll need to water a bunch. Do I have this still? Whole lot of nothing. Missing 8 logs. There we go. That should be mutation titration, which is yet another quest. All right, this opens up a huge amount of quests. God damn. I'm actually not sure if I could ever get these. I would need to think about this because we would need diorite. Okay, wait, we might be able to do this after nether quartz. Is there a way to get nether quartz? Nether rack, which we still don't have, but is possible to get. Evil ore seeds. Likes hot dry nether tier 8. All right, we need to do either Botania or we need to go through the Thaumcraft questbook and get the Crucible, which means Peck Forager. Damn, that's a route. Oak bonsais would be nice for the bonus apples. Do they drop different amount of wood, or are they all the same? Oh, they're all the same. What do you know? Slime plant and anything? Ooh. All right, what mutation pool is this bad boy in? Wait, rubber bonsai? Hello? Yo, I think the rubber bonsai seems like the best way to go by a long shot, right? Hell yeah. Just how do we get this guy is the real question. Lemon seeds or any of these other trees? Potato to lemon to bonsais. Yeah, I see that. Okay, so lemon shares a pool with potato. So we can theoretically use our potato to get a lemon seed with 3131. And then from there, we can get to our rubber bonsai. Is there anything that we need? Just dirt. Just dirt. And then let's check the lemon seeds. And that's probably why we didn't get this. We need a dirt circle in order to get that. Should I keep letting this grow? I feel like there's not really that much point. Now that we have stone lilies, we can just repopulate these as is. I think we'll just let that do its, well... I'm gonna get rid of the crop sticks here for now. We'll just leave this up for later in case I need it. And then let's farm these guys out. I need some space to do the potato thing. Oh, whoops. Do I care about these tier stocks that much? Probably. Probably should. It's going really slow though. Alright, let's go over here and plant our fertilia seeds here and just keep those going. Because I think fertilia seeds are just going to be like mandatory for making my life better. If I'm going to be doing all this crops, having a passive source of fertilizer is just huge. I do kind of wish either there's a way to AoE water things, or I could just get it to water 100 within one click. Does seem odd that I need to click it 10 times. But I suppose it won't really be an issue. Who knows? Hello, Bagel BTZ. How's it going? Thanks for the follow, my friend. You've been here before. I recognize you. Okay, let's grab... Gotta do our little mutation circle over there. We'll do that. Get endstone from scrap boxes. That's true. Scrap box farming will be part of our run. The old GOG shit. Let's put chest over here. What's your current biome humidity? I'm in plains right now, which I think is 40%. Yeah, 40%. Does lemon have a higher humidity requirement, or maybe rubber? No, looks good. Right, let's do 1, 2, 3. And then this we're going to turn into actual dirt. Just running the numbers on something? Okay. What is UIE? I am blissfully unaware. Why does that keep doing that? What am I doing? What am I doing? Potatoes. Here are our statted up potato seeds, 31, 31, 31. I'm gonna do the same thing. Plant them on every other. And the requirement for this specific thing, the lemon that we're looking for, is regular dirt, not like farmland. So we're just gonna pick that right up, do this, and we'll double crop stick these up. And then I'll tend to my tier stock so I can get those out of the way ASAP. And I guess I might as well harvest these every once in a while. Rum is the power. Watch streak, 3 stream streak. Hello, my friend. How are you doing? Nice. Gotta get my canola up. Our replacement for extra utils. Ah, yeah. This watering can is extra utils. I recognize that. All right, now we wait. Lemon farming. We're gambling again. And then once we go through here, we're just gonna get the bonsais. Rubber bonsai seems like a very, very easy solution here. Drop multiplier 0.95. Drop multiplier 0.95. It seems like all of these are like made equal, which is crazy because the rubber bonsai seems like hands down the best bonsai to go for. Hello, Bagel. How's it going? Hey, Nine. Finally caught a stream. How are crops going? Crops are going great. We're doing great. We've made 2 quests in progress, but that's really not showing off the actual progress, which is we've got like really high statted crops, and we've figured out how mutation pools work. So that's enabling us to get a whole bunch of different types of seeds that are really useful at high stats, high attributes. Hey, Tooge. How's it going, Tooge? Is this the real Tooge? No way. How you doing, my friend? Dude, we gotta collab soon. I gotta get you on the world. I wonder what we could do that's like Hamcorp related here. The issue with your tier stock is that when they go below 40 water, they literally can't grow. So with 100, they grow at 38 points for growth cycle. With fertilizer at 100, you get 57. And if you had high humidity or like one liked biome tag, they'd be at 83 per cycle. The only reason they aren't falling sick so much is because they have a resistance of 31. Is that why they're just so slow, the salty root? Oh, tier stock. I mean, they're doing fine. They'll be okay. Tier stocks are very slow, but that's our first gas tier ever. Probably our last. Don't really need much of those on this run as far as I'm aware. Maybe just for the lithium and potassium later. For batteries. Eye of Galgador? Vect? Eh. Mundane Brute? Yeah, nothing much. I wish there was a mod pack that centers around Ice Dew Farms. It's called Greg Tech New Horizons. You found it. Ooh, what do we have here? Well, we've got 2 things. We've got allium, which is garlic, but garlic 2. And blue glow shroom. What does this do? Neon juice natura. What? What? Oh, glowstone. Okay, wait a minute. Hold up. I'm sorry for not understanding your game, but damn. Let's see if we can get some fertilizer on these potatoes so that way we're guaranteed high stat crops. I think if I fertilize each one of these, the ones that spread to adjacent crop sticks will be... Why did that just harvest? That was silly. Will be high stats. Dandelion. I mean, all right, sure. Damn girl, are you glowstone? Because you're illuminating my world. That's funny. Harvested because it was already at 100% fertility. Weird. The allium grow. Blue glow shroom is okay. Yeah, we're just letting that go. Let's sleep again. With the dandelion, you can restrict the mutation pool to only yellow. Tooge is asking, oh, I'm good, and yes, I'm down. I can watch you menacingly set up the LHC when you get to that. That would be nice. That would be nice. That's a long way down, though. This is Tooge's new multi-block, the Large Hadron Collider. The particle physicist himself had to come in. There's tiers to this shit, goddamn! And make a particle physics block, which I don't get it. But these particles, I guess we put them in the beam crafter, which is this little half donut, the banana, and we get cool stuff out of it, like Neptunium, stable baryonic containment unit. What the hell? But yeah, crops, dude, crops is great. Crops NH is so like it's entertaining. It's such a like a little game, and I love that, and I'm very excited about it. I'm very thankful that crops NH is here. It's super active. There's always something to do, as far as I can tell. And then I lazy or someone said that I can restrict my mutation pool to only yellow if I use these dandelion seeds. That's funny that there's a pool that's just yellow. Canola. Yeah, I'm not worried about it too much. I'm just gonna let it do its thing. That looks like dandelion again. This is another 31. Glow shroom. Purple glow shroom. There's levels to this shit. I like the purple one better. Likes mushroom magical nether. Is there a difference between blue and purple? Not at all, just what it looks like. And then this is again glowstone, so I like the purple crop better. It looks cooler. Allium again. Yeah, I'm just gonna grab that guy. That isn't good. That isn't great either. I'll keep the dye. Let's put the loot bag away. Random flowers are all nice for deterministic breeding. I guess I'll keep them, right? Might as well. It's a good shout. So the lesson I'm learning here is go for fertilia ASAP, because these fertilizer like allows you to like every single time you get a new crop out of this type of breeding, or I guess both types of breeding, it's going to be max stat, which is nice. That's definitely into that. Purple glow shroom is pretty slow, it seems. Why are you guys not doing anything? Is it just unlucky? Or is there something wrong with the soil over here? What happened to Project Singularity? No new VODs for some time? I've just been taking a break. The lag on the server is a lot, and it's just not what I'm after. A lot of lag going on. So I'm taking a little bit of break until that gets sorted out. But also, I'm just interested in Superflat. I love this. I'm super stoked about this. So I put the flowers in the previous quest reward, so players could breed the vines without going for the route that you did. Oh, yeah, the Chad, it's getting to be that time of day right now. The deterministic breeding. Slime plant. Hello. We don't need any slime balls, but this shares a tree with slimy bonsai, which gives us congealed slime, which is a really good way to get raw rubber dust and refined glue. We need to source sulfur soon. I wonder what the best way to do that is with crops. I was thinking it would be netherrack from nether stone lily, and I'm thinking I'm still right about that. Nice. Purple glow shroom. Bagged. Oh! Lemon seeds. We got it, chat. Hello, Jawa. Hi. Always remember the painter will not see his painting as beautiful, but the world can. Just like you can't see your beauty. Always remember to spread happiness. I appreciate that. Those are very kind words, my friend. I do feel beautiful, though. I'm not gonna lie. But the sentiment is still very welcome. I appreciate you. Blue glow shroom. Dye. Let's put that away. Blaze reed I know is good. Let's check this out. This seems like a very chill seed to get. Cinder pearl, sugarcane, and let's see if it sticky cane and sugarcane. Tear stalks. These all share a pool, which should be really easy. And then what do these produce? Blaze powder and rods. God damn. And I think blaze powder can be like centrifuged into sulfur. So that might be the best way to obtain sulfur on this run. Gunpowder from creeper weed is also a good shout. So many options. I do see that our lemon is growing, and then after a little bit we should be able to start with the lemon propagating. I might just stick around in this little setup for a while until we can get enough lemon seeds to replace the potatoes, but we'll see. And you're done, so I'll harvest that. Tear stalks, more salty root. Or, actually, I can do both at the same time once this lemon is grown. Does fertilia give straight phosphorus or phosphate? I believe it gives phosphate. Yeah, phosphate, which is good oxygen source. Damn, Grobo, you've made a mod that seems very powerful. It's gonna be kind of a trip to see what we can do with this. And this is all regular dirt. This is definitely not the best way to do this. All right, that should be good. I'll just water these for the love of the game. And then I guess we fertilizer them as well. Greenhouse for crops NH is no more. Oh yeah, this got a structure update. I forgot about that. But yeah, they have the... What is that thing called? Cropmatron or something? Industrial farm. Look at this bad boy. I don't know how to make it bigger. Oh, there we go. This thing is apparently very, very powerful. Soy was showing it off in one of his streams. Let's see, what is this? Oak bonsai. That's good. We might as well have that, right? 31, 31, 31. Fuck it, we ball. Oh, right, oak bonsai is in food pool. If streamer can't read, we're cooked. Dude, streamer can't read. We know this. Hello, Ultra Prime. What did I miss? Just got on break for work? Not much. We've just been farming our little cutie patooties out. Oh my gosh, that grows really quickly. God damn. Or that, then this, then that, then that. Okay, there we go. That should be 31. Nice, nice. I'm just gonna relocate that to here. Beautiful. It's all coming together. It ain't much, but it's honest work. It sure is. I think what we'll do is once we get our rubber bonsai, I think maybe we'll call it for the day. And then we'll figure out, well, I don't know. Here, let's checkbox this. Crops, subsoil, yeah, yada, yada, yada. Ore berries, yada, yada, yada. Claim, claim, claim. I ain't reading all that. Let's see what we need to get copper ore berries so we can be prepared for the future. Essentially, we need a block of copper, which I think means that we definitely need to start getting a compressor. So the steam compressor should help us into getting all of these ore berries, which I might do next stream. Because I'm feeling good about today's stream. I feel like we did a lot of good stuff. Check the if quest. Uh-oh, what is the if quest? Bottom, industrial farm. Multi-block farming. Oh, IF, industrial farm. Now this is how you show those beekeepers censored what's what. The industrial farm is a long-term, scalable solution to crop production. At its most basic, it will grow, harvest, and hydrate your crops, but with several upgrades in tier-based size scaling, it is not a simple machine to make use of. That is a lot of reading. Seems like it's MV. See, you're getting more lemon. That's weeds. We've got to get rid of that. And then we'll move this lemon here over here. And then fertilizer. I hardly know her. And do that. Also relocate this bad boy. Oh no, it's unknown seeds. Can I plant those? Yeah, I can. Okay. And then fertilizer. Are you all have fertilizer? No, that does not. Perfect. All right, we're good to go. So once these all fully grow, we should get the mutation pool of lemon. And the mutation pool of lemon should include our rubber bonsai seeds, which I would like for wood farming really bad. In fact, I think we're going to need to dig out a new space soon because we need more space for farming. We need a lot of space. It might be time to do digging out number 2, but I think before I do that, I'm definitely going to go through and grab the tool forge, which should be really easy to do. I think we can tear this down now. I don't think we need much more from the potato crossbreeding. Holy moly, fertilia is OP. This is crazy. Oh my lord. Hello, disguised Chloe. How's it going? Yes, the base expansion does begin soon. We're gonna need to. Unfortunately, if we don't want to get rolled, we're gonna get rolled by slimes again, is what is the fortunate part for you guys. But hopefully we'll have some good Tinker's tools before then. That way the whole process will be a lot easier. Nine, I believe you were part of the Mega Smelter on Project Singularity. Yes, I was. It was me and Flurb. We're the first two guys. Nice, we got spruce. I like spruce bonsai. Get rid of the lemon. Oak bonsai we already have. I'll just take that. And what are you? Green glow shroom. We do actually already have these bad boys, so we can just move on there. I'm gonna let the spruce bonsai grow up. Bro, getting on a stream on my phone was a boulder on top of the hill moment. Twitch and Google both give me squiggly letters. Damn. I don't know what that means. But I'm glad you're here. XP berries and metal ore berries when you go for XP crafting. Yeah. I've been here for a couple months, but I mostly lurk because GT content is my comfort content. Well, you're always welcome here, Chloe. Thank you for being here. Lurkers are always welcome. There's no need to worry about that. Speaking of Flurb, the Plore guy is playing League of Legends right now. So I don't know, I was planning on raiding him today, but if he's playing League, I really can't sponsor that type of behavior. Jungle bonsai, that's good. That's definitely lemon. We can get rid of that. Oh, man. Ah. So much farming today. Oh my gosh. Hello, Kat. Hello, Vin. How are you guys doing today? I miss you guys. How's life? What'd you guys get up to today in TFG? How is that? Welcome, everybody. This is Kat and Vin, a lovely, lovely pair of streamers who have been doing a lot of stuff recently, but mostly play Greg Tech New Horizons. Let's do shout out Kat and Vin. If you don't already follow them, please do. They're my favorite Greg Tech streamers. Sup, we were just talking about crops in H. Oh my gosh, yeah, I'm having a blast over here. Like genuinely, it's so much faster and more responsive, and there's so much ways to like get the stuff that you want. And the crops are it does help that the crops themselves are like really powerful. So currently, let's go back into the questbook page. Currently, we have fertilia seeds max statted, and these give some crazy shit. Fertilizer, phosphate, calcite, apatite. We've got salty root that we use to breed stone lilies, so that was nice. And then we're currently working on a rubber tree bonsai that we're getting from the gene mutation pools of lemons. So we're breeding lemons together and hoping that they mutate into a rubber bonsai. Let's go to sleep real quick. Is it worth having 3131? Oh, absolutely. Yeah, the first thing you should do is breed up a max stat potato plant. That is like the first thing you gotta do. And I know the quest book doesn't say that yet, but I've recommended the quest book dev that is the first thing is recommended. Nice, our spruce bonsai grew, so I'm gonna do that, and then we'll be back. We've got our two full statted spruce bonsai seeds, which is great. That's so much better than farming trees with an axe. I cannot lie to you. It is so nice. And this is a poorly statted oak bonsai. I wonder if we've run out of fertilizer on one of our... Where is our fertilizer? Shouldn't we have a ton of that? There it is. Let's check. 60, 58, 35, 34, 44. Huh, I guess we just got unlucky or something. Acai bonsai, or acacia, whoops. So it's potato now, not sugarcane? I mean, it's anything, really. It's whatever you want. I just did potato because that's what I had. Fertilizer stops working below 60 or something. Okay, that is a new piece of information that I did not have before. Let's refertilizer up our plants. What is this? Meat rose? What the hell is meat rose? Oh my god, what? That's so incredibly cursed. I don't really know what to do with this information. I don't want to know how that works, honestly. I'll stay in the dark on that one. Oh, let's keep fertilizing our plants here. 97, 51, let's back up. Perfect. Our parent plants are now fertilized. All right, our jungle bonsai is at max, so let's harvest that bad boy and keep on moving. Jungle bonsai we'll chuck in there. That's misinfo. Fertilizer works from the get-go, but the bonus you get depends on how much is in the crop stick, with the bonus capping out once you have at least 100 in the crop stick. For breeding, you just need any fertilizer in the parents. There's no minimum value. I wonder why we got a low-statted something out of that then. That is confusing. Dark oak bonsai. Dude, we're getting everything but the rubber bonsai right now, which is just hilarious. There's our acacia. Got oak again. Birch is done. Our meat rose is taking its sweet time, so I'm gonna water this. And then might as well use some fertilizer on it because we're about to have a lot of it. How are we doing over here? Ooh, I've got very good timing, it seems. This fertilia is about to grow. You can see it grow in front of our eyes. Did he get those fertilizer plants? I did get those fertilizer plants this stream. How did I get those? Or I can just press this. I got it by crop mutating garlic, which I got from potato. So you go potato, garlic into fertilia. I'm gonna just let that all grow. I want to harvest it in one big go. I think we already have acacia bonsai, so I'm just gonna harvest that off the rip. What do we got here? Dark oak is already growing, so I'll take that. Meat rose is going nice and slow. Another dark oak. That looks like... Oh, finally! Let's go, chat. We got our rubber bonsai. Huge. I'm gonna water this bad boy. And then I want to start planting like a field of rubber bonsais before I get off. We're gonna have another field just like that right here. And while we're at it, why don't we finish maxing out this area? I'm gonna get rid of all this shit real quick. Let's get rid of this. Unknown seeds, don't care. That. And then we can just probably fully get rid of these. Let's see. Yeah, that's fine. We've got vines that we can replant if we need to. But I honestly think that we don't want to get plants this way. We want to restat them so that they're max statted in the beginning. So we pretty much want to do most breeding from crop mutation pools at this point, which is interesting. It's weird that seems flipped. Like in my brain, it would have been the deterministic breeding, which you do with bees and stuff, as like the main form of breeding, and then the crop mutation pool is just like a off chance thing. But it seems like the crop mutation pool is like the way to go. And I feel like I didn't understand that at the beginning. And now that I do, life is just a lot easier. You know what I mean? All right, how many blocks do I need? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Hey, Sil, how's it going? I'm doing well. What about you? I'm gonna have to move these chests soon. 1, 2, 3. Kind of cursed. I wish I had a dolly right now so I could just move this, but I guess just gonna take one for the team. Okay, that's good. Grab that, throw that in there. Started a GTNH run myself last weekend. Let's go. Are you on a daily with the crops? There we go. There's our rubber bonsai, which is what I was after. So these rubber bonsais give rubber tree saplings and then also rubber wood and sticky resin, which is just huge. This is going to be the best way to get raw rubber for us by a gigantic long shot. Like, it's just not even funny how big of a long shot it is. Oh, I think we spaced this out wrong. LMAO. Whatever. Crop needs a different soil. I forgot about that. Let's move this over to where my spruce trees are. And then we can, like right next to the coke oven, which makes a lot of sense, right? Because we need to put that, the wood straight, oh my God, English. We need to put the wood straight into the coke oven anyway, so this just makes sense. And then I should probably just cut down the spruce tree forever, so that way we have sky access on those bonsais. Damn, how tall is this fucking spruce tree? All right, let's drop off to nearby. Get rid of our spruce. Pop into here. We'll farm our fertilia and we'll get a couple of rubber wood trees, like our bonsais, and then I think we're good to go. I think that's a good stream today, honestly. We did some good work here with crops, thanks to the direction of the one and only, oh my God, English, the one and only Cobra 5, who is the creator of the mod. So, you know, get a little bit of an advantage, but it is what it is. It is what it is. I'm actually going to replace this with dirt bricks here, so that way we don't have any mob spawns, hopefully. Have you been collecting all of your crops loot bags? I have. I have. Should I be saving them for something? No, but opening good? Okay. Then chisel back in there, and then that. Okay, we're good. Yeah, I'm using chisel dirt because slimes, Tooge. Slimes are relentless on this. Look at these bad boys. I don't know if you watched my video, Tooge. Oh yeah, you commented on it. Never mind, you definitely did. These guys explode through, like, without line of sight, through blocks, make a gigantic crater. So we are very, very worried about any mob spawns whatsoever. I do have a loot bag here that we can gamble. Okay, that seems pretty good. We got a crop manager. We literally can't make that for like a whole 1.5 tiers. What was the percentage chance on that? 0.18 drop chance. Oh, that's nice. I can't lie. That's nice. Oh, wait, what is it in here? 0.69. Oh my god, please play RuneScape. Dude, we need to do a RuneScape video together. I have really good luck in games that I don't play often. I don't know what to do with this, honestly. I'm just gonna put it right here. Well, no, I'll put it right next to our crops thing. That's literally 1 in 1,000. That's awesome. Alright, we gotta harvest our meat rows. That is so cursed. I'm gonna keep that around though in case we need it. And then I think we can tear this down. I don't think we need anything else from this. Are these 31? Yeah, might as well stack these. And then lemons. And then dark oak bonsai. You can't power it? Yeah, I can't power it, but that's okay. Still very fun to see. I'm not gonna lie, these fertilia seem so way too powerful for being able to get this in Steam Age. Like, I literally can't get apatite dust and phosphorus dust for a long... Well, I guess theoretically I could go mining and then use a steam macerator. But this is pretty powerful. No mining involved, fully passive, phosphate, apatite, calcite, and fertilizer. I'm gonna plant out the whole field here. And I'm not gonna do too much. I'm just gonna go all the way this way. No power slot in the crop manager? You guys will have to route that for me. So chat, I think the moral of the story here is that you should always do crops NH from now on. Right at the beginning. Way powerful in the beginning. How do you make fertilizer normally? Normally, it is a LV chem reactor recipe, I think is the earliest. I guess you can mix it by doing this recipe in Steam Age. There's no steam chem reactor, obviously. This is fucking... I would never do this personally, but it exists. Fermented biomass. Yeah, I think the mixer is the way you would normally do it. Do we get crop sticks for the dark wood? No, that'd be nice though. A little dark wood bonsai. Okay, chat, you know what? I'm really happy with that progress. So, as a little quick recap, finally, we have updated to daily 455. I was originally on 406. We are now on 455, which has an updated quest book and fixes a lot of the problems I had in the first stream that I was having. So I 100% recommend to get to around 455 if you're updating. There are some broken versions, So just be careful which one you choose. Ask around a bit. Today we played with the crop mutation pools to get a bunch of high-statted important seeds. The most important ones were the fertilia that we got from potato garlic fertilia. We also got some salty root, which we used to get high-statted stone lilies, which I suppose I should set up right now. Just at least a couple of them. Why not? Why not? Let's just get this like off the ground while we're here. Salty root, stone lily. And I'll harvest a little more of this. And yeah, we're gonna use that. Oh, we also got bonsais, like rubber bonsais, which I think, damn, that was quick. Do you guys see how quick that weed came up? Holy moly. Enterprising ass fucking weed. Is 3131 maxed at? Yes, 31's is max. And there we go. Yeah, I'm happy. I'm so happy. I'm glad you guys are here. Thank you for joining me today. We're gonna wrap up today and find somebody to raid. What a good stream. Thank you again, Cobra, for helping us learn all this stuff. I really appreciate. Salty root. My bad. That's not stone lily. Let me do that one more time. Thank you again, Cobra, for joining us today and helping us out and learning your new Crops NH mod. That was very helpful. And yeah, let's go find somebody to raid. And thank you guys for all the follows, for chatting. The active chatting is just so lovely all the time. Like, I love talking with you guys. I love hanging out. And so when you guys are like active and chatting, it makes me so happy. And I really appreciate that. Let's go do our normal stuff. Who should we raid today? Is Flurbin still playing League? Because I can't be sponsoring that behavior. Oh no, he's learning how to play League. Oh. Someone named Infinity, who's doing a GTNH no commentary run. Notable Gunner is playing. Antimatter. Maskin is on 82 day. Flurbin is doing a like a subathon. So maybe we should. Alright, we're just gonna raid Flurbin. Fuck it. You guys are gonna have to learn about League or do whatever you got. I'm starting this raid. Thank you for joining me. Remember, always be kind to yourself and others and do the best that you can. And just keep loving. Love yourself, love others, love music, love art, love existing, food. Find something to love, and the world will love you back because of it. I promise. I love you guys, and let's peace out. Give as much love as you can to Flurbin. Goodbye, VOD. Let's see, where is that?